Chat, it's your boy Mad Max, man. We back with another video, back with another episode of React with Max. Today we got Ksoo Daddy on Vlad saying how he got beat up, he got attacked in jail for telling on his son. So we finna see it. I ain't see this one, so let's get into it, chat.
Well, ultimately, you get let out, and you're wearing an ankle monitor right now?
Right now.
So you're on parole, or?
No, I'm on house arrest.
Aha. For how long?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, so you have to wear the ankle monitor for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And during that time, if you violate, then you go back for how long?
Well, that's to be seen.
Aha. So up to the judge.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna violate.
Got it.
I be got.
You feel me? So like, why Vlad, why ask that question? Like, that type of question is why motherfuckers don't fuck with you, Vlad. Why ask that type of question? It's like you praying on the nigga demise. You waiting on the nigga demise.
Goddamn, I'm going back. You know,
Right.
See, this stay in jail here. I've been in jail a lot, and this stay in jail here hit different. Like, I really seen the degrading part of it. This was the first time that I really seen it. Like, that jail shit for suckers. I don't give a damn. Nigga think that's for real niggas if they want to. That's shit for suckers.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That shit for niggas who don't care about themselves, don't got nothing going on. That's shit.
Nothing to brag about. Nothing cool about it. Being in a cage, having to ask a man when you can go to the bathroom, when you can eat. There's nothing fly about that. But now you're out. You have an ankle monitor. You're still living in Jacksonville because of your situation. Can you move?
Well, I don't stay in Jacksonville.
Right, but you're still in Florida in the same general area.
Right, yeah, but I don't live in Jacksonville though.
Got it. Do you plan on moving out of Florida completely?
Yes. Matter of fact, I'm waiting on my place out of Florida should be ready like January 1st.
Good. That's great. That's great. Because
And they only letting him do that because he told. I ain't gonna lie, a normal nigga, your ass finna stay in Jacksonville on house arrest. You finna stay in Miami on house arrest. You not going nowhere while you got that monitor on.
unfortunately, because of the situation and how high profile this whole situation is, people know who you are, and you're going to be labeled as someone who snitched on his own son.
Right.
And because of that, have you been getting death threats?
Hell no.
Really?
Hell
I get death threats online.
Well, if you want to consider a stranger online saying he'll be dead by this week, he'll be this, he'll be that, man, them guys are hilarious, man. Like,
Right.
if
Yeah, I get those all
if
the
that's
time.
considered a death threat, then, but for somebody, man, listen, it's been a war over my soul since the day I was born. God versus the devil. So I ain't really moved by what people saying or what people saying they gonna do. You know, I ain't really moved about that because what just a randomly person's gonna do it? Like, man, these niggas out here the new hoes, man. They, you know, I ain't really. I ain't.
Have you ever had anyone approach you about the situation in a hostile manner?
No.
Even in jail?
Yeah. I got in a couple fights in jail about this.
Okay.
And I beat some ass too. And there ain't no cap. Everything in jail be recorded. be smashed. Young dudes too. Ain't no guns in jail. You got them hands and you got them knives.
Well, look, Abdul, you took responsibility for what you did, and ultimately you sat in jail for a long time. I think the situation could have worked out a lot differently. I think that Ksoo should have taken the plea deal and gotten you out. I think it's very easy for everyone who's sitting at home watching Netflix to say, if that was me, I would have not said nothing, and I would have done 100 years, and I would have made sure my son is okay. But realistically, when you look at the situation, had you not cooperated, I think that same thing would have happened with your son blowing trial because of the overwhelming evidence of the situation.
Right.
So now, you don't say anything, you're doing life in prison, and your son is doing the same amount of time. Right?
Right.
He gonna get
And
out.
it's easy to say that.
He not gonna
Just
do
sit
life.
back And you could type up stuff, you could say stuff.
Yeah. He gonna be sitting for a little couple years, but he gonna get out. He not gonna do life. His appeal gonna get granted for sure.
Stuff, it's easy. When you're really sitting in jail and you're facing the rest of your life in prison over a situation that you were thrown into, you had no idea about, because we had talked about this on the phone the other night. If they had called you and said, listen, we were just involved in a murder and we're now at this old white lady's house holding her hostage,
Right.
Can you come get us? I don't think you would have just gotten in your car and gotten it.
I wouldn't have. I can't say I would have made a way for him, but I would have stayed away from that situation as far as possible.
Right, any sane person would have.
Right.
Yeah, man, look, it's a tough spot. I've got a son. If my son called me and said, I was just involved in a murder, help me out, I would say, we gotta go turn yourself in. I would have said, I'm not involving myself in this
Last
situation.
say, fuck that.
Try to get you out of the country or give you money, because now I'm wrapping myself up into a murder. I'm gonna get you a lawyer, the best I could afford. I don't care how much it costs. I'll spend whatever it takes, but I'm not gonna put myself into the situation of yours.
Man,
because
correct.
at the end of the day, that's a murder. There's no statute of limitations for it. And with technology these days and so forth, it's a hell of a hill to get over.
Correct.
I'll help you, but I'm not going to involve myself. That's what I would have done.
Correct.
And if I would have been in the situation where you were at, when I picked those boys up, and they jumped in my car, and they said, we just left a hostage situation, I would have said, we got to go to the police, or you guys got to get out my car. One of the two.
Right.
Chad, I just ate good cereal on y'all ass. That bitch was just swinging.
One of the two. I'm not going to help you guys get away. I'm not tying myself into
I want some more.
invasion, hostage, murder, and so forth.
It's cold as fuck. I had a little jacket on.
Right.
So you said you wouldn't have, you had the chance to take him to the police station, but you were not going to do that. I would have done it.
Right.
But that's just me. And I'm just keeping it real with who I am.
Right.
And I think a lot of people who are criticizing you and saying all that,
Can't be mad at Black for that.
who they really are.
Right. You see, that's the thing too, nobody
Can't get mad at Black for that, because shit, like you say, keeping it real with who he is. He stand true to himself. He would have dropped their ass out to the police station. Flake their ass out.
is living their own life. Everybody living their life for somebody else. Because how do you know what you gonna do in a situation you ain't been in?
Yeah.
Period. I don't care who you are. How can you say this is what I'm gonna do in a situation? Man, I done heard women say, I ain't doing that to my child. But you're telling the motherfucker at your job to keep your job. So how the fuck you gonna tell me what you gonna do facing a life sentence? Then don't want to go in.
I ain't gonna lie, any female that's like,
Man, jail is a whole different thing now. And it's a whole different ball game now. Like, man, I done seen so many people, man. I watched some shit the other day, and these dudes say how I raised them for the streets and then raised them to tell on them. Bro, dudes don't know me as a daddy. dudes don't even know me from the streets. You know, I used to always wonder how these guys in the street, these young guys who my son that was going through it with, want to hurt me. Number one, when I was in the streets, they wasn't born. Number two, by the time they got in the streets, I was in prison. How you even know? Would that be them older dudes in them younger dudes' ear?
Misleading them, manipulating
Because
the fuck out
they
of them.
feared me. You know, so that's how that's gonna go. See, what people don't understand is Ksoo and Crazy K, they get their name and shit off of me. They build their own shit up. It ain't nothing that I'm bragging on, but it's what it was, not what it is. That's how that went. I don't condone, man. Like I said, I never participated in a crime with them.
Well, Abdul, I appreciate you coming in and telling your side of the story. Ultimately, you approached me to get in front of this thing.
Right.
And you wanted to clear your name and say the whole story.
But it's like, why you doing all that, man? Why? What was the purpose of doing that? I ain't gonna lie, that be throwing me, man.
And ultimately, you didn't duck any questions. You addressed everything. And it's just a very tough situation to be in, man. Like, I don't think there's any father in the world that would want to switch places with you in this particular case.
I think hey, I guarantee you, and in no disrespect to anybody though, but I guarantee you a father that they son that they gotta go talk to that dirt out there, they will change spots with me. You know, it's a tough spot, but at the same time, once you look at them boys' face, my little kids, you gotta do, at some point in your life, man, you gotta grow.
Yeah, that's a tough ass decision, bro.
I feel like it would have been a loss all the way around the board. You know, nobody ain't getting no win right here.
It's still, I was just about to say, it's still a loss.
I feel like it would have been a loss all the way around the board.
It's still a loss all the way around
I agree.
the board.
I completely agree. Well, Abdul, man, I appreciate you.
Cause now a nigga's son ain't even finna forgive a nigga for doing that to him. You feel me? So I'm still finna lose my son regardless, gang. Like, damn. I got more kids though, dog. That's a tough ass decision though, bro. Cause it's like, damn, bro. I'm finna lose my son. I'm telling on my son and my nephew. But I got more kids at the crib that need me though. So should I take this L with my son? Should I take this live sentence with my son? Or should I get back to the crib with my kids? I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's like the common sense is right there. Like, common sense is right there, like, gang, nigga gotta get back home to them kids. Cause look, right? Cause like, bro, why the fuck y'all ain't tell me what was going on? Why y'all got me in the middle of this? Y'all ain't even put me on point. Like, just like he said, he would have made a way for him. Like, I could have made a way. I ain't have to put me, like, I ain't have to put myself in this. Like, you feel me? Like, y'all fucked up. I told you what I would have did though. I would have told my son, like, on that phone, like, is you good? You talking about go pick somebody else up, like, is you good? Is my kids good? Like, I ain't got nothing to do with me there, bro. My kids ducked off high, whatever the fuck y'all was. Damn, I ain't gonna lie.
Just sharing your side of the story. I appreciate it.
Gotta get home to the rest of my kids, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. I gotta get home to the rest of my kids, bruh. What the fuck? They gonna be like, Daddy was selfish as fuck. And my brother was selfish as fuck. And my cousin was selfish as fuck. Everybody was selfish in that situation. That's everybody being selfish in that situation. Everybody in that situation was not thinking about the rest of them kids. If they would have if bruh would have stayed and not snitched and got his elbow with his son. Everybody involved in that situation would have been selfish as fuck. Cause it's still little kids left that need him. You feel me? So it really would have been selfish. That would have been some selfish ass shit.
Appreciate your nephew coming in also, who's now in a wheelchair over the situation. Just a tragedy overall, man. There's no winners in this at all. It's just losers all across the board. Everything from people losing their life, to people getting life in prison, to mothers grieving, fathers grieving, brothers, sisters, friends. It's just sad overall. And I'm just hoping that people will look at the situation as something that they shouldn't do.
Right.
Here's what not to do. Here's how rap beef escalates.
That's why I say niggas gotta know how to move, gang. Put your peoples on point.
This is how
stop keeping motherfuckers in the
shot
line.
and killed. You can't come back from it. You can't work things out.
No.
And killing brings more killing.
Because they ain't never been no killing without killing.
The police. And brings the feds. And brings the DAs. And brings the headlines. And when you're talking about rappers and high profile people, that's when the police really start to pay attention. Because in a situation where your car got shot up, the police don't care about that situation. 2 cars full of people shot up a car 100 times and nobody got caught.
Right.
Whereas, well, now you got this guy Ksoo, he's a rapper, he's got some buzz. Well, now we're going to pay attention to this. And now we're going to put all the resources behind it.
Exactly.
Police pick and choose, man. Listen, I have police security that I use, and we talk about this. We talk about how they'll have their little weekly meetings, and the chief of police will have all the news headlines on the board, and they'll say, we're going to put, resources behind this one, and this one. Because if it was Ksoo, the bus driver, no one would care.
Right.
No one would care.
I was told one time that it was some police officers in the barbershop, and they were saying, man, it ain't right the way they doing this case. I hear a lot, of people, a lot of parents say what they would have done and what they wouldn't have done, but what they need to be saying is asking God whatever his plan is for them in life, to make sure it ain't what I just went through.
That's real.
Yeah. Well, Abdul, man, I appreciate you coming in, and
that's real.
Please just stay safe out here.
Hey, man.
And, you moving away, I thought was great, because I don't know how many people I've talked to, from Fulio to Mo3 to FBG Duck, where I would tell them it's really the best situation for you is to move away. And they would always say, nah, it's cool. I know the streets. I know how to move.
Yeah.
And then shortly afterwards, you hear of a tragedy.
Right.
You gotta, that's because them niggas still blinded. Once you wake up, gang. See, I woke up. I was moving blind out there, you feel me? I was out there moving blinded, blind love, blind loyalty. I had all that shit was clouded. Once them kind can sit you down and you really be in a box, you really have conversations with the Lord, and the Lord really open your fucking eyes, because that's what the fuck you asking for real. And the Lord open your eyes, gang, and you visualize everything, bro. I literally seen everything from the start, gang. From the start, gang. I'm like, damn. I'm seeing this shit. I'm seeing situations. I'm replaying situations. Like, I'm in a box, gang. I see all this shit on the wall like a movie, gang. I'm replaying situations. I'm just in my head, gang. Like, damn, I'm supposed to been stop hanging with this nigga right here. damn, I supposed to been stop hanging with these niggas. Damn, look at this shit. Like all this hoe ass shit, bro. Like look at all this hoe ass shit. Like once you wake up, who the fuck wanna come home and go back around these niggas? I don't wanna be around you niggas, man. You niggas ain't no good for them. You niggas poison, man. Niggas cancer. What we doing? What we doing? All them niggas still stuck. You done shift. Once you shift, it be years later, niggas still stuck on the same shit. It's like that's what the niggas supposed to came home and did. Niggas supposed to came home and did the same shit we was doing 10 years ago, gang. Nah, bro. Nigga tryna nut at some pussy now. Nigga tryna birth kids now. Nigga tryna see what a nigga offspring gonna look like now. You feel me? Nigga tryna watch their kids grow. Ain't nothing about me done. My son still young. I'm trying to see him grow up. I'm telling you. What he say?
Right.
Ain't nothing about me done. My son still young. I'm trying to see him grow up. Do you hear me, gang? That's why Papa the fucking GOAT. That man say ain't nothing done about me. My son's still young. I'm trying to see him grow up. Nigga, my hood turned around and said, fuck me. Careful what you throw up. It's crazy. I ain't even blow up yet. Like, y'all, chill, gang. Chill.
No, you can't. You can't.
And you don't know who your enemies are when you're high profile. They all know who you are, but you don't know who they are.
Right. You can't underestimate them now. You can't underestimate them, man. You know, I appreciate you. I appreciate you having me, man.
Absolutely, man. I wish you all
kids, stay the fuck out the streets. This shit ain't for y'all, gang. Jail. Death. You can get you some money in the middle, but you will either lean into jail or death. Pick your fucking poison, gang.